If there's a shortage, tell us up front because there's no saving face here. We have to be very realistic.
Millions of Ontarians are urged to get this year's flu shot, but pharmacies like this one here near Yonge and Dundas say they're almost running out and they don't know when they can get more vaccines to the clinic as demand for this year's flu shot is on the rise. The Ontario Pharmacists Association says their clinics are experiencing a 500% increase in flu vaccines this year compared to 2019. Cloud Pharmacy says they received 40 flu shots on October 5th, but they have no more of the high doses for seniors and are quickly running out of remaining shots, saying they fear they won't get more.
We thought it would last maybe a couple of weeks longer, but we did so under the understanding that it would happen like every year, which is you have your first allotment, and as soon as you're getting through it, you contact the ministry, they'll send you more.
When are you getting your next shipment of vaccines?
It's a great question. I don't know. I reached out to the ministry yesterday. And my staff have been all over it too. We called them, looked for an answer.
The pharmacist says he then received a concerning memo from the distributor.
McKesson sent out a memo today saying, hey, we don't know what to do either. The national stockpile is running out tomorrow.
What does that mean?
That, as far as we're concerned, that means we can't get any in right now, and everyone's pointing the finger.
The demand for the vaccine this year is evident as the province has already distributed 1.2 million more flu vaccines this year compared to the same time period in 2019. But Joseph Fanu says there were shortages last year too.
The clinic ran out early on.
Just 1 day ago, the Ontario Pharmacists Association called on the province to re-examine the pre-COVID-19 flu vaccine allotments and instead provide the supply wherever the demand is highest.
Our typical 20% allotment that goes to community pharmacies isn't in fact enough because patients are seemingly choosing to go to pharmacies even more because of their accessibility and because some of the other providers either aren't running clinics this year the way they used to, or they're not open, or they're partially open.
We asked the Premier today if the province is considering increasing supply to pharmacies.
We ordered this before COVID hit and hoping that it'd be enough, and I think we should have enough.
How do you respond to the Premier saying that?
Sure, I invite him to my pharmacy. We can open the fridge together and we can both watch the empty vaccines.
The Premier would only say that the province purchased more vaccines this flu season compared to previous years, 5.1 million.
We're focusing on the high priority areas, be it the long-term care or rural areas, First Nations communities, right across the province. But we've distributed over 4.8 million so far, and probably in the next 2 days I'll be up here saying we've distributed 5.1 million.
The Ministry of Health also tells CityNews it's looking into the possibility of younger children receiving the flu shot at participating pharmacies. This is something the OPA has been calling for. In Toronto, I'm Faiza Amin for CityNews.
A teenage boy from here in Bradford was at home with his parents